welcome to this National Fostering Group virtual event. I'm Helen, and today we're going to be joined by Jeff, who's one of our foster carers, to give us an insight into being a male foster carer. Now, if you'd like to find out more information about fostering, there's loads of ways you can get in touch. You can visit our website, which is nfa.co.uk/fostering events. You can give us a call, 0330 022 9135. You'll see the details just on the screen above me now. And you can also send us a direct message if you're watching on Facebook as well, and one of our lovely team will get back to you. Now, if you've got any questions that you'd like to ask Jeff today, then do add them to the comments and we'll try to answer it live for you. If we don't get to you live, don't worry, one of our team will get back to you after the event. So let's meet Jeff. Hello, Jeff.
Hello there, Helen. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too, Jeff. Thank you so much for joining us today. So it would be great for our viewers to find out a little bit more about your story and how you came to be a foster carer. So please tell us, how long have you been a foster carer and what brought you to do it?
About 5.5 years now. 2015, and I thought about fostering. I left the military 10 years ago after 35 years, and basically my children are all grown up, and I've got a small tea room and a shop in the lakes now, and it's something I've thought about with my partner for a long time. But to take the step, was a nervous thing to do. It's bizarre really. I was on holiday in Turkey, and what happened was, as you read, you finish reading your book, there's loads of people leave books in the foyer of the hotel, and I picked this book up not knowing what it was about, and I thought, oh, I'll give this a read. And it was actually coincidentally written by a foster carer, and she'd had, it was all about a placement that she'd had, a young girl that she'd managed to turn her life around by giving her love and security, and she inspired me to actually take the step. And the day I got back from Turkey, I contacted National Fostering Group after I'd done some research into the different fostering areas you can go into, and that was my story. So it was quite sort of coincidental, but fate in a way, really.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's an amazing story, Jeff. Like it was really meant to be, like that book was meant to be there that day for you to read, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I actually, when I did get back as well, I went onto Facebook and looked her name up, Rosie Lewis, who's an author, and she basically, I contacted her and thanked her for giving me the inspiration, and I'd applied, and she sent me all her books out, all signed, and they were all about her fostering journey for 30 years. And I'm now a good friend of hers, So it's a lovely story, really. But she's a fantastic woman and done a lot for children.
And it shows the importance, doesn't it, Jeff, of sharing our experiences, like exactly what you're doing today. Now, someone could watch this and feel inspired by you, and it's a knock-on effect, isn't it? So it's a wonderful thing to do, to share.
Yeah, definitely. And I speak to lots of people, and they mention to you about fostering and why do you do it, and also about they've always thought about doing it. And I always sort of say to them, look, just go and try it. If you're thinking of doing it, because if you can change a child's life by doing something that you're thinking about doing but you're scared of, just try it. And that's the way I say anyway now.
Yeah. So you briefly said before, Jeff, about your career previously, which was very different, wasn't it? Tell us a bit more about that, and what sort of transferable skills have there been to your previous career and what you're doing now?
Yeah, well, I was in the military for 35 years, and I started off as a young private in 1981, and I had a really good career, and I finished off as a captain, but I trained recruits, young soldiers, and you do see some looked after children go through the army, and I think the care and the training that you do there was transferable without a doubt, and also structure and boundaries, which are really important with foster children, because a lot of them do come from chaos, and they've had they've got some trauma of some sort, and actually giving them some boundaries and structure in their life helps them. And I know my foster son has really sort of taken that on board, and he's gone from strength to strength having those, you know. So yeah, definitely transferable skills. But also having my children has helped me as well. I've got 3 grown-up children, the experience there. So all different things, parts of life help you to do fostering, without a doubt.
Yeah, yeah, lots of life experience as well. So there's lots of training, isn't there, Jeff, that the National Fostering Group offer? Is there anything in particular that you found most useful from the training that you've had from the National Fostering Group?
Yeah, well, to be honest, like I said, I did do quite a lot of research before I went to the National Fostering Group, to Fostering Solutions, which is part of National Fostering Group. I did do a lot of research and was sort of quite impressed with the training and the support that they were about to offer. And to be honest, I've not looked back, because the training and support that we've received is been fantastic. Every issue and everything that has come up, both with my foster son and with a bit of support I've done as well to other foster carers, is addressed, and they've always given me the training immediately if I've needed it, which is really invaluable. And also, I don't want to forget as well the support that we've had from a supervising social worker 24/7, and Mick, my social worker, is just always there for us straight away. And you know, if he doesn't get back to you, somebody else does, and that's really important, because it can be challenging at times. But if you know you've got that backup and that support and that training, then you know it makes your I can't call it a job. It makes your life easier at difficult times.
Yeah, the one thing that always comes out in these videos, these chats that I do, is how much support you do get from the National Fostering Group. But staying on the subject of support, what has it been like with your friends and family? Do you find that they give you a lot of help and support as well?
Yeah, definitely, and you know, obviously, like I said, my children are grown up, and so I have support there. I also have support from my sister, with friends and things like that. But also, which is really important, we have a great network of foster carers, because we have a carer forum every month. But besides that, we've become such good friends, and you know, because they know what issues you can have, and they know how to help you, and so we have quite a lot of shared experiences there. So that's a lot of support. But actually, what I found as well, like my daughter, her middle child, he's autistic, and she actually comes to me now for advice and support more, because she knows I've done specialist training and around that area, and dealing with, you know, issues around children's behavioural and emotional needs. So it's worked both ways, really.
Yeah. And you can tell, Jeff, you're such a positive role model. How does it feel to be that positive role model, as you say, in particular for your foster son? How does it feel to be such a positive role model for him?
Well, I sort of didn't know I was, but I just when I see him thriving, and when I see, you know, Aidan doing so well, he it's so rewarding. It's so rewarding that a bit of love and security, what it's done to him, and you know, and there's a lot of children out there still need it. So what I do say, you know, to anybody that speaks to me that's thinking of doing it, I say just take the step. Just take the step, move forward and do it, because you know, NFG, if you change your mind, NFG would never push you into it. They want you to want people that want to do it. And so, you know, I can't encourage people too much to just try it if they're thinking about doing it. Because I have to say, it's the best thing. After 3 children, lovely children, a fantastic army career, my foster son is the best decision I've ever made, without a doubt.
That's so wonderful to hear, Jeff. Are there any particular moments that stand out for you? Anything particularly memorable or rewarding?
Um, well, yeah, I mean, I've most of the things stick out. I've got a really good boy. He's a star, you know, and he's had so many triumphs in the time he's been with us. But I have to say, the thing that really stands out to me with my foster son is the biggest thing was actually when he saw the photograph of my children graduating, and he said, "Can I do that, Jeff? Will you help me?" And I said, "I'll support you in everything." I said, "You have to work hard." I says, but I'll be there. And for him to want to do that, from coming from not doing half a sheet of paper at school and things like that, and that is amazing to me. So that stands out without a doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. How rewarding. That's absolutely fantastic, Jeff. Such a lovely
Yeah,
story to hear.
thank
If
you.
you touched on this before, but if there was somebody watching who, was sort of wondering about it and was thinking about, like you said, you thought about fostering for 5 years. If there was somebody out there like that now, how would you sort of encourage them to take that step?
Well, I'd tell them mainly about the support and training they get, especially with Fostering Solutions and NFG, because it's crucial and it's vital, and it makes you feel more confident to be able to take on the role initially. I will say, and I'll be honest, that it can be challenging, but the rewards that you get far outweigh any challenge that we've been put with our foster son, any nervousness, and just to take the step, because you've nothing to lose. You can just sort of inquire, and if you feel it's not right, NFG won't push you into it. And they'd leave you alone. They wouldn't mither you, basically, if you decided to change your mind. But the assessment process is done really well. The matching process at NFG is brilliant, because obviously they don't want the placement to break down for both you or the child. So they put a lot of time into that. And then afterwards, when you've got your child, the support is brilliant. And, just do it, because it is a fantastic, fantastic thing. And if
It
you can
is so
help one
great to hear
child,
the positive
yeah,
experience. Yeah.
yeah, and if you can help one child, it's massive, massive thing to do. Because if everybody did that, we wouldn't have any looked after children without anywhere to go.
Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. So, a couple of questions for you now that are coming from people watching. Firstly, somebody's asked, do you get asked a lot of questions about fostering? Do people ask you a lot?
Yeah, they do. I mean, normally conversations start off with, "Oh, how can you do that? It must be really hard, and and your life's changed and all that sort of thing." So yes, I do get a lot of questions. Some family, some friends, and then when people find out you're a foster carer, because a lot don't understand, the role of fostering, and also and how it can change your life. And I just tell them it has changed my life, but it's changed my life for the better. I've told Aidan that, he knows that his arrival into our lives has made it better,
Yeah.
and that's really all I can say to them if they ask about it. Just do it if you're thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah, just do it. Absolutely. And the second question, Jeff, is what do you enjoy most about fostering? Could you pinpoint
um,
something?
well, I think I've already touched on it. Seeing my boy just succeed in all areas, that's what I do enjoy. But also, I enjoy getting other people that are thinking to foster to do it. Because there's lots of children out there. Lots of children out there. It's staggering how many of them need a home, and it's not hard. I am not, you know, automatically qualified in this area. I just wanted to give them a lovely home and security for my boy, and that's all I've done. But yet he's thrived, and I know that we've got some brilliant foster carers out there that I'm friendly with in my support group, and that's all I can say really on that. It's been a pleasure, absolutely a pleasure to do it.
Yeah, and you love inspiring others, which is exactly what you're doing today, Jeff. So thank you so much for joining us. It's been wonderful to hear your story. Thank you.
I hope I've done that. I hope I've inspired them, because you
You
know you
absolutely
won't
have.
look You won't look back. I mean that. I mean that from my heart. You will not look back because best thing I've ever done, without a doubt.
And thank you so much, Jeff. Thank you for joining
Okay,
us.
Helen. Thank you. You have a good
Have a
day.
lovely day. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
If you have posted today and we've not had time to reply live, don't worry. Somebody will get back in touch with you very soon, somebody from our team. If you'd like to find out more about becoming part of the National Fostering Group family, if Jeff has inspired you today with his lovely story, there's loads of ways to get in touch. You can send us a direct message if you're watching on Facebook. You can also visit our website, nfa.co.uk/fostering events. All the details are just above me here. Or you can give us a call 0330 022 9135. Also, look out on our Facebook page because this afternoon we're going to have a big release of lots of more events that are going to be happening. So keep an eye out for that so you don't miss out. So thank you once again to Jeff. Thank you to you for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.